And Mbappe must not go to Real Madrid if he really wants to win the Ballon d'Or. Yes, you might be wondering why I'm saying this, but before I dive into that, I'm going to be showing you guys a particular video of Kylian Mbappe. He was actually giving his time at PSG. It's over 7 years he spent at the club. Well, let's watch the video.
Difficile, je pensais pas que ça allait être aussi dur d'annoncer ça, de quitter mon pays, la France, la Ligue 1, un championnat que j'ai toujours connu. Mais je pense que j'avais besoin de ça, un nouveau challenge après 7 années. C'est difficile et bien sûr, il y a des gens que je voudrais remercier par-dessus tout, c'est les supporters. Je sais que je ne suis pas le joueur le plus démonstratif, je n'ai pas toujours été à la hauteur de l'amour que vous m'avez donné pendant 7 ans, mais je n'ai jamais voulu tricher, j'ai toujours voulu être performant. Le PSG, c'est un club qui laisse personne indifférent. On peut aimer ou on peut détester. Moi, j'ai choisi de l'aimer. Et je l'ai fait pendant 7 ans, avec des hauts et des bas, bien sûr, mais à aucun moment, je regrette d'avoir signé dans ce club prestigieux. C'est un club que je vais garder dans ma mémoire toute ma vie. Je dirai à tout le monde toute ma vie que j'ai eu la chance de jouer ici. Et maintenant, je ne serai plus un joueur et je vais continuer à regarder tous les matchs, bien sûr, parce que c'est un club qui va toujours m'intéresser et je vais toujours m'intéresser de près à l'actualité du club. C'était moi, avec mes qualités et mes défauts.
Well, you've heard it from Kylian Mbappe. Yes, every player gets very emotional, especially when you've spent a long time. Like you heard it from him, he's leaving his country. That is where he was actually born and that is where he has played for all his life. Well, I want to say there was one thing I'm actually sad of that Kylian Mbappe did not actually achieve. That is winning the UEFA Champions League for the club before he leaves. Well, as we have it, well, that is Kylian Mbappe actually giving his last remarks about the club. Now the question is, why did I say Kylian Mbappe must not go to Real Madrid at the end of the season? Well, let's take a quick dive into memory lane when we had Messi and Neymar in Paris Saint-Germain. Well, those three individuals where their energy did not really flow well in terms of gameplay, because sometimes, you know, there's this superiority thing that comes in players. Sometimes some players might feel, okay, I'm better than this and everything. And apart from that, everybody wants to be the top. Everybody wants to shine. Everybody wants to be the talk of the media at the end of the game. So most times this is very difficult. And that is what Kylian Mbappe will be going to face in Real Madrid, because we have Vinicius Jr., we have Jude Bellingham, we have Rodrigo. Just to mention a few of individuals, players who are actually doing well in Real Madrid. And I can say they are at their peak right now. So if Kylian Mbappe joins the team right now, it will be very difficult and he will be struggling because he's coming from France to Spain. It will be very hard for him to actually find his fitting when he gets there. And again, who will be benching who? Will Vinicius Jr. be benched for Kylian Mbappe? So most times these questions will be calling to hearts of players who want to go to a new team, and this is why I said Kylian Mbappe must not go to Real Madrid. And apart from that, we heard, according to reports, Carlos Ancelotti will be leaving the team at the end of the season, and this is going to become a very struggling time for Kylian Mbappe, who is just trying as much as possible to settle in Madrid, having a new coach. And we don't know which particular coach will end up to take the mantra from Carlos Ancelotti. This is going to be a very difficult and a struggling time for the players. We've seen players who was shining in a particular club before and immediately they switch, they end up becoming a flop, and that's actually ended their career. So that is why I said Kylian Mbappe should not actually go to Real Madrid at the end of the season. Now the question remains, what team or which team should he go to then? Well, looking at it, I feel like Kylian Mbappe will actually make a great fit at London. Yes, not London to be precise, that is Arsenal squad, because Arsenal presently, if you check Arsenal gameplay, Arsenal is presently tremendous in terms of their game performance, and we don't know who is going to win the EPL this season. But if you look at last season, this season, Arsenal has actually proved themselves to become one of the best teams in London last season and also this season. And it will be a great time for Kylian Mbappe to take from his idol. When I talk about his idol, I'm talking about Thierry Henry, who also played for Arsenal. So this will be a great time for him to be able to find his fitting. Why did I say he's going to find his fitting? Because I don't see anybody in Arsenal that will be able to struggle with Kylian Mbappe. But when you compare it to the Madrid squad, it's a different thing. We have Vinicius Junior, we have Rodrigo, and we have especially Jude Bellingham. So these are these reasons why I say Kylian Mbappe should not go to Real Madrid at the end of the season if he really wants to win the Ballon d'Or. Well, I'll be leaving this open for you guys to share your thoughts. What do you think? Do you think Kylian Mbappe will perform and is going to be at his peak when he gets to Real Madrid? Do you think he's going to be able to get enough playing time? Well, I'll be leaving it in the comments, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video.